15th. My name is LaKeisha LaGrande, also known as Madam Finance, because I help everyday women build wealth with confidence. And I'm so excited that you all are here. I hope you all have been having a wonderful and amazing week thus far. It's Wednesday. Yesterday was kind of chilly yesterday. Did anybody have to go out yesterday?
Oh, did I go out? Mm-mm.
I ended up having to go out. I was happy to go out. We had a distributor who purchased some deodorant for
Mhm.
some of the stores, so I was happy to get that check and deposit it. So that's always a good reason to go outside.
I know that's right.
Always.
So I made sure that I did that. For those who don't know, have a company called Natural Living by Design. We are a health and wellness company.
Yay, yay.
Yes, yes. And I'm excited about 2026. And you all should be also. We have really truly here at the Grand Rising Elizabeth with the Elizabeth Bros and the Elizabeths, we have truly accomplished a lot for 2025. So I'm excited for the beginning of the year for us to talk about our successes, and things that you could share that possibly you could have done better and recommend that we do better. And so I'm excited. It's a lot of amazing things that have happened. I'm proud that a lot of us have started a business this year. A lot of us has opened up brokerage accounts. Woo!
Yeah.
That is major, major. Whether you are actually investing or not, you did make a huge step. For most of us, that was an audacious move. So we're making audacious moves. Starting a business is nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's not for the weak, it's for the strong. And you did that. And so, um, yeah. So be excited about the future. Be excited about this last quarter. We got this last quarter, and let's finish it out with a bang, okay?
All righty. All right.
So, everyone knows that I love to start the show off with a millionaire or billionaire success story. So, today's success story is going to be on my favorite mentor. A mentor doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you talk to on a regular basis. Your mentor could be someone who you're following, a person that you listen to. You check out their material, you research them, and you listen to their quotes and different things of that nature.
Mhm.
Because success leaves clues, right? And so, one of my favorite mentors, I consider him my mentor, is Warren Buffett. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Have y'all heard the latest news that he is retiring? Okay.
Yes, I
He
heard
is,
that.
yes, he is 95 years young.
Whoa. Wow. Yay, 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 yay.
Yes, 95 years young, and he is retiring. He is passing the baton on to a gentleman by the name of Greg Abel. And so, this here is very important for people who are in business or thinking about starting a business. And those who may not have considered starting a business, true wealth only comes through business. I've said that for years being on Elizabeth. True wealth only comes through business. Either you're going to take a risk and own your own business, or you're going to take a risk and own a part of somebody else's company.
Mhm.
But true wealth comes through business. If you study millionaires and billionaires, which I love to do, been doing for years, that's one of the major things that they have in common, that they have a business or they are an investor in other businesses.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's a mic drop. Boom. Tension. Okay. Pay attention. Either you're going to own your own business or you're going to be an investor and be part owner of somebody else's business. That is true wealth, generational wealth positioning. All right, so one of the things also that I liked about this as a business owner is also showing that succession planning matters. And that's one of the things that we're working on at Natural Living by Design because my mother is part of my business. She's one of my business partners, and Alice is in her 60s. My mother is in her 70s. So we need to have a succession plan. And so, God forbid, if something was to happen, you don't want your company to have issues
Right.
regarding succession planning. And so he's passing on the baton. That's another thing to know that is very important. If you haven't thought about it, I don't care what stage you're in, even at the beginning stage, you should think about that. Who are you passing the baton to? Or, some type of plan, right? And sometimes it may not be within your family. Sometimes it could be within your family.
Right.
Do you want to sell it? Different things like that. So that's very, very important. And I did a little research on Greg Abel. He worked in the company. Berkshire Hathaway is actually the company that we chose for our insurance, for liability insurance. Okay, Dr. Russ, I appreciate you so much. We love it when you come on. Okay, we love it. It's always good to see what you call it, a candid eye. Say
Candy
that.
eyes. And
Yes,
Eye candy.
yes, and Mr.
Eye
Fitz.
candy.
Eye
Yeah.
candy. Okay, eye candy. Hi, Mr. Fred Hart. Welcome to Grand Rise Elizabeth Wealth Building Wednesday show. And so I'm gonna do some additional research with him. That is one of the companies we have our insurance with through liability insurance is through Warren Buffett's company. And so this is exciting to see how everything is unfold, and everyone is talking about his corporate letter that he sends out on an annual basis. So we're going to talk a little bit about that in the presentation today as well. He's just such a humbling individual and caring individual. And his success has a lot to do with being caring, having a loving spirit, and treating your people right, treating your employees right, treating your friends right, treating anyone. Like when you do the right thing, God will always have your back. You don't have to worry about that. When you do the right thing, and he
yes.
has a great reputation regarding investing, his humility when it comes to people and doing the right thing. So, today's success story is again on Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's journey is one of the greatest wealth building stories ever told, a living example of discipline, patience, and long term vision. Warren Buffett was born in August in 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska during the Great Depression, a time when families struggled just to put food on the table. Nothing about his early environment was glamorous. He wasn't born into wealth, privilege, or luxury, yet he saw opportunity where others saw obstacles. At 6 years old, he started his first micro business, buying 6 packs of Coca Cola for 25 cents and selling each bottle for 5 cents, earning a small profit. At 11 years old, he bought his first stock, 3 shares of City's service, the moment that changed the trajectory of his entire life. See, it doesn't matter how young you are, okay? These your grandchildren can start investing. Buffett developed an obsession with money, business, and investing. He read everything: newspapers, annual reports, financial books, anything that he could get his hands on. By high school, he was running multiple small businesses: pinball machines, paper routes, golf ball reselling, car washing partnerships. His mindset, even then, was simple and brilliant: buy something valuable and hold it long enough to grow. Later in life, Warren bought a failing textile company called Berkshire Hathaway. Most people would have walked away, but Buffett had a vision. He transformed Berkshire into one of the most powerful holding companies in the world, owning Geico, Duracell, Dairy Queen, BNSF Railroad, Fruit of the Loom, large stakes in Apple, Coca-Cola, American Express, and more. Buffett turned a struggling business into a global empire using smart, patient investing. When, when Buffett built his legacy using simple and powerful strategies, for example, invest in what you understand, be patient, wealth builds over time, live below your means, no matter how much you make, read, research, and study companies before investing. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Warren Buffett's estimated net worth is about $135 billion. But despite his wealth, he still lives in the same modest Omaha home he bought in 1958 and drives a simple car. Why? Because Buffett understands something most people miss. You don't build wealth by looking rich. You build wealth by being disciplined. Buffett shows that you don't need to be born into money to become wealthy. You need discipline, patience, financial literacy, and long term thinking. Exactly what Madam Finances teaches every week. He started from zero. He became one of the richest men in the world. And so, and so can anyone willing to follow the blueprint. It is not over. It is not over. It is not over. I love that story. He is absolutely amazing, right? He is
Yes,
amazing. He's
yes,
amazing.
yes.
He's
That was
amazing.
good.
Brought
Yeah,
great
his
value this
story
morning.
is,
Huge value. I appreciate that story.
Mhm.
yeah, that
Yeah.
he, yeah, he's amazing, and he's humble, leaving out. And I can't wait to share what he was sharing about four things that he has, the investments that he has done that has helped him through all the market crashes that will happen, but they was able to sustain him. And so I'm looking forward to next week possibly talking about that, because that's very valuable, information that we
Yeah.
can all learn from. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go right into the presentation, unless anybody have any questions. Yes, Dr. Hoover.
Unmute yourself.
No, no question. I'm just saying goodbye. I got to get ready to jump on this other Zoom. But you all have a great day. I appreciate the value you bring. Madam Finance, you are awesome. And this group, you
Oh,
guys
very
are
much.
in great hands. So enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, you too.
You too.
Yes, you too. Yes. I'm only awesome based off of my surroundings and my connections and my relationships, okay?
Huh?
I took credit for that.
You all should. And
Yeah,
I
we
just
all,
love you
yeah.
all. I appreciate the platform. I thank everyone for showing up. Mr. Fred Hard, and I can't see everyone, everyone else, but thank you so much for tuning in, because you could be doing something else. This is some valuable information I wanted to share.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure, Queen, I have the power. Let's see.
Absolutely.
I got the power. Okay, let me find.
Absolutely.
Okay. There we go.
You were talking about Warren. I was thinking about um the brother that wrote I'm happy. I'm happy, happy. What's
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
that they did a documentary on him, and it was saying that he drives the same car, he lives, just modestly. All the money that he makes, he uses it for what he's called here to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Yeah.
the same that's going on with the young man that just won American Idol. I mean, he is out there just, buying homes for people and just doing wonderful things, probably things he's had in his mind all along, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that was how God provided, and his whole story is amazing.
Okay. Can
He
y'all
had-
see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Every week we are building financial freedom. Today's topic is going to be how to research a company before you invest 101. Smart investing starts with understanding. We are building wealth the smart way.
Mhm.
Let's keep the energy positive, good vibes only, because this is going to be new for a lot of people. This is not a quick get rich session, it's a wealth building session each and every week. I am not a day trader. I will not invest for you or tell you what to invest in. This is an educational session. I am not a financial planner. I am an investor and educator. Today, let's be prepared to learn. I would love for you to be 100% present and take notes. Grab your notebook, your pen, or your paper if you don't have it. Next time, invite someone you care about to our Wealth Building Wednesday show. And I ask, stay to the end. This session again is for educational, informational purposes only. Moab Matter Finance is not a licensed financial advisor or planner, and the information shared should not be considered professional financial advice. Please consult with a financial planner. Also, please make sure that you do your research before investing. I just want to give you all a hand of applause for showing up today. You have made the first step to achieving this goal of wealth building because you showed up.
Mhm.
How to look up a company. So I felt this was very, very important because although a lot of people have opened up brokerage accounts, once they opened up brokerage accounts, wasn't sure what to invest in. So I made it very important that we talked about certain things like ETFs, exchange traded funds. For those who are new, please go back. We record the sessions. Go back because it's some very valuable information. We talked about ETFs. We talk about dividend stocks, how to research recession-proof companies. We talked about REITs, which is real estate investment trust, some other alternatives that you can invest in. Whether they have to pay you by law 90% of the profits. We also talked about other strategies that you can use to start investing in dividend stocks and all that good stuff. But still, in all, some of us are not sure what to actually invest in. So I'm hoping that this will be able to help you. Everything we do, I'm doing right now, God said it's for the beginners. So that's my target, is for beginners, people who are not savvy investors. So I put together a simple 5-step beginners method, right? One, how to look up a company on Yahoo, Google, and Finance. We're going to talk about read the business summary, check, review, and profit trends, look
Revenue.
at company
Revenue.
debt.
Revenue.
I mean, revenue.
Mhm.
Apologize. Lord, what did I say? Lord have mercy.
Review.
Oh, revenue. Thank you so much. Look, I've been up since 3 this morning. Okay. Look at a company's debt, review leadership and inside ownership. Step number 1, look up the company on Yahoo Finance or Google Finance.
Hmm.
You want First thing you want to do, you want to search the company's name and click summary. These are the things that you want to check when you're looking up the company. The market cap, the size of the company. What size is the company? You want to look at the stock price history. Look at the 5-year chart. What has the company been doing within the last 5 years? You also, my favorite is to look up the dividend information to see if this company even pays dividends. Profitability. Are they making money? That's very key to if they're making money. Some investors don't like to invest in startup companies because they go through a lot and they're riskier. But sometimes you can find a company that really take off, like Tesla and Nvidia and other companies. Rule of thumb: if a company can't grow over 5 years, there may be a deeper issue. So you want to look at your company. If your company been in business for 5 years, like Natural Living by Design, and if you're not meeting your goals or you're not where you want to be, then there may be some deeper issues, some deeper things that you might want to look into. Are you making money? Are you making real money? So always look at that when you're looking into a company. Step 2, read the company's business summary. What do they actually do? Beginners often skip this, but don't you? A must know: how the company makes money. Now, this is not just for you as an investor, but also if you are a business owner. It's very important you as a business owner also know these things. How does your company make money? Who do they sell to? Question to yourself if you have a business. Who do I sell to? Whether the industry is growing or shrinking. You want to know what's going on with the industry. Let's make clear. You're not investing in a stock. You are investing in a business model. Step 3, look at revenue and profit trends. You don't need to be an accountant. You just need to check 2 lines. One, revenue. Is it growing has it grown over the last 3 to 5 years? Check the net income. Is the company making real profit? If a revenue is flat or declining, that's a red flag. You might want to reconsider or reevaluate investing in that particular company. Look up the debt. Now, this is one thing I know you all probably have heard of Robert Kiyosaki. Now, that's one thing I used to always listen to him about: good debt and bad debt. He always talked about good debt and bad debt. That was good. That was the first time I heard it. It could be good debt. Most of the time, I used to look at debt being bad, but that is not always the case. High debt equal high risk. So you want to make sure what their debt is. Check the financials tab and then go to total debt. It is public information. All of these companies, all their revenues, everything that's going on with the company is public records. You can find out everything about that particular company. As a beginner rule, healthy debt is manageable, is stable, and is declining, because that means that they're paying their bills. They're paying it down. They're paying their debt down. They're paying their debt down. Unhealthy debt is rising debt with falling profits. The profits is not as high, it's going down, but the debt keep rising. That's something that you want to look at. That's another red flag. Step 5, check the leadership and ownership structure. Look at the CEO. Check out the board and how much of the company's insiders own. And it's public record who owns what. You can find out what Warren Buffett is investing in, the president, anybody that's big. You can find out what they're investing in. A strong sign is executives own shares, but not necessarily the majority. And we're gonna talk more about that. Later. We did a show one time, and I remember Star was asking, and we was, a lot of people were shocked, like, really? A lot of the owners don't own the majority of the shares of their company? Yes, that is true. And we're gonna talk a little bit about that later. Weak signs. Executives constantly sell their shares. So if they were so confident about the company, why would they be selling their shares? So if they're selling their shares, that's a sign you might want to take a look at, if they're constantly selling their shares. So I want to talk a little bit about A shares versus B shares, and we're going to use Berkshire Hathaway as an example, okay? So A shares is extremely expensive. Over $500,000 per share. We're talking about Berkshire Hathaway. It provides more voting power, owned mostly by institutions, long-term Buffett followers, symbol of prestige, meaning it's rarely traded. And then you have your B shares, which is affordable, usually between $300 and $400 per share with his company. Is designed for everyday investors like ourselves. You have less voting power, but you have some power. Same company, same portfolio, just accessible. Beginners should buy B shares. You get exposure without spending $500,000. Why CEOs like Warren Buffett don't own majority shares? Reason number 1, companies raise money by selling shares. To grow companies, they must raise capital. They sell shares. Ownership becomes diluted. Reason number 2, large companies are too big to own alone. Berkshire Hathaway is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Even Buffett can't own 51%. The price would be astronomical if he did. Diversity of investors creates stability. When many investors share ownership, the stock becomes more stable. The company is less dependent on one person, which lessens the risk. There is accountability at the board level. Reason number 4, wealthy CEOs earn more through very high salaries plus stock grants. Owning some shares gives them profit, but they don't need majority of control. Reason number 5, Buffett believes in ownership by the people. He always said Berkshire is built for long-term shareholders. He didn't want to control everything. He wanted millions of families to build wealth through it. That's powerful. That's powerful. He wanted his people to be able to eat too, not just him. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the corporate annual letters that each company has to provide. They have quarterly letters and information they have to send to the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commissions, every year. That's something that, you want to take a look at the annual letters. It's important to read. Yes, it's extremely important. Annual letters are the best, simplest tools beginners to understand a company. Why? Because they explain the company's performance in plain English. They tell you what leadership is focused on. They reveal the CEO's mindset and long-term strategy. They highlight challenges the companies are faced. They really don't have no choice, right? Because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, so you can't hide behind it. They highlight challenges the company faced. They show how the company plans to grow. That's important for you to know. Hey, they got your money. You need to know, what's your plans for you to grow. They often include the CEO's warnings, their concerns, and priorities, which is huge. In other words, the CEO tells you exactly where the company is going. Smart investors pay attention. Your money is on the line. Pay attention. Warren Buffett became famous for his annual letters because they teach real investing wisdom. Are annual letters public? Yes. They are 100% public and they are free. So for most companies are on the for most companies on their annual letters is on the company's website. Usually under investors, you can go to the annual reports or shareholder letters to find the letter. It's also on the SEC's website. You can go to sec.gov and go to Edgar database, and you will be able to find the letters of the companies that you're looking for on Yahoo, Google, Finance listeners. Example, Berkshire Hathaway annual letters are free at their website, and it has letters. But companies like Apple, Tesla, Coca-Cola, they all publish theirs online. So you will be able to see it online. This is is a crucial thing to really look at the letters, and it can really tell you about what's really going on, the mindset of the CEO. What's the mindset of the CEO? I just want to reiterate why the annual letters matter is because it's written directly by the CEO, straight from leadership, explains the company's performance in a simple, clear language. It reveals the company's long-term vision and strategy. It highlights the challenges, the risk, and future opportunities for the company. It shows how management thinks and what they prioritize. It's a great tool for beginners to evaluate a company's health. Remember, annual letters are CEO's truth. Read them, read them, read them. Quick investor checklist. These are bullet points I want you all to make sure you keep in mind. That you understand the business. Don't just invest because of the hype. Oh, this is the next. This the stock that's gonna make you billions of dollars, billions of dollars. Get this stock. Hurry up, get it. No, understand the business. Never do a big purchase of business you don't understand. Look again at the 5 year performance. What has it done within the last 5 years? Review the revenue and the profit. Check the debt levels. Is it healthy debt or unhealthy debt? Know the leadership. Who is on the team? Who's in management? Who is the CEO? Have they come from a different company? Maybe they one time they was running another company. Now they're here at this company. You look at the experience that CEO have. Was that or the another partner or leadership had? Were they able to make the other company, the previous company, successful, or were they not able to? Track record is important. Choose the right share class and invest long term. Closing message on this subject is when you invest, don't gamble, don't guess, don't buy because it's trending. Look at the company story. Look at the leadership. Look at its numbers. Numbers don't lie. Look at the value it brings to the world. What is the company doing? How is it helping the community? Are they investing? Do they, what are they doing? Are they giving back? Because real investors don't chase quick money. They buy companies that will still be here when their grandchildren are grown. That's one of the things that Warren Buffett talks about a lot is that he's confident in the companies that he has purchased, even during the crisis, even during the downfalls of the stock market. He don't move because he's confident that he has chosen good companies. When you haven't chose good quality companies, or there is not a plan on why you purchased this company, then you start moving out of emotions. Soon as the stock market go down, now you want to sell, 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 sell. No, because if you sell when the stock market go down, you absolutely made a loss. You absolutely made a loss because you sold instead of holding. Because through history, it will show through time that the stock market always comes back. Always comes back. So don't make your decisions based off of your emotion or because it's the stock market went down. Smart investors look at it as an opportunity. If you made a great choice on the companies that's in your financial portfolio, this is a time to look at. They don't sell. They don't sell. To buy more of it. To buy more of it instead of running from it. This is one of the things I shared last week, which I thought was so profound. Warren Buffett, one of his quotes and strategies is, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Meaning save first, then spend. Save first, then spend. I am using that strategy more and more and more. Despite what my bills is, despite I'm making sure I put something up for me to invest in. And it doesn't have to be a lot. But save something first. You deserve it. You've worked hard. And the only way you're going to change your financial situation if you do something different. We got to do something different. Let's stay in touch. For those who are new to Madam Finance, I would love it if you can follow us or follow me on Ask Madam Finance on Instagram, on YouTube. Well, YouTube is Madam Finance, but Ask Madam Finance if I was able to share some information with you that is valuable and useful. So that is the end of my presentation today.
Well, I just want to say, LaKeisha, I am so grateful for you doing this session right here because the very first slide, the whole subject was like, okay, well, I don't consider myself a researcher. So where do I go? And how do I not get bored? And how do I know what is important and what is not important? Like you said, definitely read this, because it would be, oh, okay, it's a letter. So I really appreciate that to help me uh, do research and how to find this area because with you, I'm stepping into another a very serious part of my life that I didn't know what to do, and what I was doing was sometimes right, sometimes wrong. And like you said, I appreciate you doing it from a beginner's point of view because that's where I'm at. 72 years old, beginner, because some things I was not, some things I did right, some things had I known, I could have done it different. So I really appreciate how how you are allowing God to use you for us and the world. And I tell
Yeah.
everybody, you got to get in this class. So I'm just saying, this class right here helps me to do the rest of it because now I know how to do the research and stuff. And I was sitting here while you was talking, I was thinking when I first started business, very first, 40 something years ago. And I was following Kiyosaki and all of that. Um, it was like, oh, I'm gonna have stocks and all that, but I didn't know all that's involved in making those decisions because even now, with Elizabeth and with all the other things, how do if I have 51%, right, then I have to provide for 51%. So when you said that, yeah, right. Because you have to, if people buying stock shares, right? If you're the only one, then you're the only one that's responsible because every stock is a value. And if you're hoarding all of it, then so that's something that I think about a lot. And but I also think that if I can't, as a owner, hold and do right by the company where I have everybody going against me, then I need to be gone. I need to not be there anymore. So I can take less in my stock, still being wise, less in holding and know that one, I'm going to do right by the company. Two, I'd rather have more people protecting the company than me, and I'm wrong, right?
Mm. I appreciate you so much being authentic because you're there's so many other people that's in your shoes. Like it's so many. Like it's so many that is in your shoes that are not in your shoes. And being authentic is I appreciate that because, it's important to, a lot of people maybe on here is not part of the Elizabeth and don't know how powerful um
Platform.
this platform is and
Mhm.
all the teachings that we have, and we have master teachers and different things like that, right, that go on behind the scenes,
Mhm.
like yesterday the Course of Miracles, and it talks about the ego. See, a lot of times you can't move forward or get past to the next level is because of your own ego.
Mhm.
Sometimes you got to get out of the way and then know, is it your ego or is it God? Like, how do you distinguish the two? Are you making decisions based off of your ego or is it an inspired something by God? And for one, You don't have to be smart. You have to be smart enough to hire smart people.
Mm-hmm.
Be smart enough to hire smart people. If you are the smartest person in your company, then you need to get some more people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You need to get some more people. And now God is elevating us and me, because God works through people, about other avenues within your life. Because it's not over till it's over. As long as you wake up every single day,
Mm-hmm.
you have an opportunity to change your financial situation. There's no excuses. God has given us everything we need to live the life that we want to live. And if you're not at the financial stage that you would like to be, or you know you deserve to be, then it's time to do some self-evaluation,
Mm-hmm.
some self-reflection. A lot of times, what are you saying when it comes surrounded by money?
Mm-hmm.
God has really been working on me with what I'm speaking and what I'm saying and what's my disposition when it comes surrounded by money. Because sometimes when you see your bank account, it's not looking the way you want your bank account to look, or you see all of these bills, it kind of make you step out of your abundance, because
Mm-hmm.
abundance is your birthright.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Life is supposed to be enjoyed. You're supposed to feel good and be happy every day. That's what he wants. That's what he wants for us. So a lot of times we have to check and see, what is my disposition when it comes to money? What am I saying? Even though I'm saying affirmations, you might say your affirmations in the morning, but what are you saying throughout the rest of the day?
Mm-hmm.
And and my ear is so keen on people that's in my environment who I run to, that's talking negative about money. I can't afford this. I don't have this. Oh Lord, all these bills. Oh, it's getting to me. Oh, it's making me sick. Oh, you saying all of these things and don't even realize what you're saying. Like, you putting your own self in jail, don't even realize it. Like, you, because of what you're speaking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think, was it last week? I think maybe it might have been last week. We talked about life and death is in the power of your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And what you say manifests. And even play, you can't even play with what you're saying when it's surrounding money. Because the universe and God don't know what you're playing or you're not playing. They say, okay, I'm always broke. I don't never have no more. The money just goes as soon as it come in, it go out. As soon as it comes, you have to watch those things that you are saying that is coming out of your mouth. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it's best not to say anything. I have to catch myself sometimes when I look at my bank account. I be like, oh, I was expecting this amount of money. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to my bonus? So you have to just begin. Did you want to say something, Deidre? Anybody
No,
have
no, no.
something to
I was
say?
just listening to you. Thank you for sharing. But when I see my bank account, I add 2 zeros, add 2 or 3 zeros,
Oh no,
whatever.
that's right.
Yes. Okay. When I see my bills, I say, all my bills is paid in full. Thank you, Lord. All my bills is paid in full. And I
Yeah.
go about my bill. All my bills is paid in full. So you do have to check your energy, your vibration when it comes to money. What are you speaking? Because it's beyond what you see. It's about your spiritual walk. Money is energy, and abundance is our birthright, and we need to speak something different. What is our energy? How do you feel as soon as you see your bill? Like, most people, they see their bill, they instantly, how you feel when you see that bill. Or
Yeah.
you have to pay that bill. Like, oh, this bill, $400. My gas is $400 every month. How did that make how did that make you feel? Are you like, oh, dreading, oh Lord, my bills, or are you, is your position, I'm so thankful I have enough money to pay this bill. I'm so thankful that I got enough money to pay this bill. Oh, okay. My bill is paid. I'm happy that I can pay this bill. Or
Mhm.
is
Yeah,
it? Oh,
I go through, I feel that, I'm putting into the system. I'm putting into the circulatory. It's coming back. Whatever I pay, if I'm paying out, it's going to come back around.
Multiplied.
That's just life.
yes. And you have to say that. That's good to say that, And
Yes.
some people say, oh, affirmations don't work. That's an affirmation within itself.
Right. That's right. I
That's
said
an
That, right? That. If we only knew
that's an affirmation within itself.
within itself.
So we have to really consider, what we're saying. This is, serious. It's people out here waiting on you to get it together. God works through people. A lot of times I tell my son all the time, when God, 9 times out of 10, when God wants to bless you, he sends you someone.
Yes.
He send you someone. They got the Jamaica thing going on. I haven't really did a lot of research, but I know they had a tornado that came in, and it has really caused some devastating situations. Who are going to help them? People.
Yes. Yeah.
People. Yeah, it's good enough to pray, but people need money. Okay? Pray for them. Yes, they appreciate the prayer, but at this time, they appreciate some money a lot more. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
So, do anybody have any questions? It's 9:53. I hope this information was helpful for those who just starting out in investment. I do encourage you to go out to madamfinance.com. You could find the videos there. All for beginners, REITs 101, ETFs 101, passive income. Like, it's a lot of good, valuable information. And the information is free right now. So take advantage of it and, be on be ahead of the game.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.
Great.
Anybody else have anything, any comments?
Well, Mama Evelyn, what you got up for tomorrow?
Well, I'm just going to be showing you some pictures and videos of tell you my experience at the Dow show.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And a couple of contacts that I'm going to reach out to and talk to while I was there, and I'm so excited about it.
Yes. So those who don't know, Evelyn is the queen of creativity.
Woohoo!
She helps you tap into your creative side
Yes.
of learning and manifesting. So it's 9:58. If we don't have any more questions, let's just give ourselves a hug, because sometimes we love on so many other people. Sometimes we forget to love on ourselves. Kiss yourself. Let's hug the world, because the world needs a hug too. And let's sprinkle love and light to all of those that are in authority. The Bible says, pray for those that are in authority. Not sometimes, not if you like them or if you don't like them. We're supposed to pray for those that are in authority. We send enough love and light there. You'll be amazed on what miracles that could possibly take place by sending the love and the light. So that's my conclusion of today. I hope it was very helpful.
Yes, we appreciate you, LaKeisha.
I appreciate you too, beautiful. I love you, Dr. Rio. Look, we got all kind of doctors on this show and everything else. Okay.
And congratulations, Keisha. for the Detroit Elevate. We proud of you, girl.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I thank you all also for those who showed up. I have not got a chance to do official thank you to all the people on Facebook and Instagram, a lot of my family and friends who are not on there to say thank you for voting. It really means a lot to me and my partners. Hey, Miss Barbara Woodard. My partner is on here. We thank you
Grand
for
Rising, everybody.
Girl.
Thank you for all of the votes and the love that you sent our way. We are grateful.
Absolutely.
very, very grateful, very grateful. So I command and decree that we all have a wonderful and fantastic day on purpose. And remember, today is all good. Today is great until we make it not.
So choose. Peace out.
Peace out.